What is good, my peeps? It's the Ruckus back at you again with another action figure review. And yep, you see what's going on in front of you. Indeed, Maximum Series Hulk. I actually didn't think I was going to get this until the middle of June, which would be next month as of this recording. And I actually wasn't going to review it because by that time, so many reviewers have peeped this offering out already, and I figured that by the time I would have gotten it, it would have been a been there, done that type of situation. The ADHD is real in our community, but I received this actually today that I'm recording this, and it's right smack dab in the midst of a lot of YouTubers reviewing this particular figure. So I was like, I'm eligible to jump on the train. So here I am. This is, if you can't tell, the Maximum Series Hulk. And this has been very controversial, both upon its reveal, and then I've been seeing some of the reviews, and the controversy has just increased. And we will go through some of the items of note that has propelled this controversy big time. Anyway, you see what we got in the packaging. This is a Maximum Series, so we should be getting a bit more than usual. You see the oversized packaging. It would have been oversized anyway. This is the Hulk after all, but it's to accommodate some of the extra style accessories that would supposedly warrant this getting the maximum treatment, if you will. And but we'll see. We've already seen, I'm quite sure, but we're going to see with this review right here. So looking at this packaging, you see Maximum Series down there below the brand, Marvel Legends. And then we've got it at the top of the packaging. We have some toy artwork there on the side. And on the other side, we have some more artwork there. Toy photography, I should say. And on the back, some more toy photography showing the supposedly the main attraction for this figure, the ability to thunderclap. We'll check that out for ourselves to see if it can actually do that. So we'll take one final look before we get Greeny out of packaging. And here we are. We've got our Maximum Series Hulk out of packaging and standing here right in front of us. And we're going to, of course, get into this figure a lot deeper, for sure. But I have to mention straight off the right off the top. I know I normally go into showing the accessories before actually getting into the figure, but I want to make mention of this one thing. This is supposed to be the Maximum Series, and I did state there was a lot of controversy because of this figure and it being part of the Maximum Series. Did it really get the Maximum Series treatment or not? And what are the cons? Obviously, we want to know what the pros are, but what are the cons and caveats to this figure? Well, the reason I'm speaking on it now is because right out of packaging, I've got a con. Looking right at the figure and look at the head sculpt, and I don't mean the style. I mean the coloration. We'll get into the style, a little bit later. The head is darker, and I don't mean just a different, slightly. It is an entirely different shade than the rest of the figure. Different color green. This almost looks, the last time, what I can recall when I see a head sculpt and it's darker than the rest of the figure, it's usually a custom, and the customizer tried to get the shade, the skin color as close as possible to the original skin color, and just couldn't. It usually comes out darker. That's exactly what's going on here. This is clearly darker, and I mean, I'm even looking through it through the viewfinder, and the head appears darker than the rest of the body, because that's what it is. So right off the bat, we've got that. So keep that in mind. We're going to go over the accessories now, and then we'll get into it. So first up, of course, we have a set of fists. Can't have Hulk without fists, and we do have them. And of course, they have the horizontal hinges, and we have the highlight hands for this set, and that would be these, the clappers, the thunder clappers, and they look pretty good. And they also have the horizontal hinge. We will, of course, momentarily see how well they actually clap. Then we have other head sculpts to go along with the one that's on the body. They're all representative of different artists. As you can see right there, I'm not really thrilled with any of them. For who they're supposed to be, the artist they're supposed to be representing, I give them their props. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling it for this particular figure, for this Maximum Series figure. And I understand that this is exactly what Maximum Series is supposed to do. Try to reach for something different. And, I'm just going to go ahead and say this ain't it. So that's it for the anatomical accessories. We also get this missile and blast effect, which is separate. You could take it off, and you can disconnect the missile, and it has the gears and the wires there to show it's been destroyed by the Hulk. So that's a pretty cool accessory. I mean, it could have used some paint. It's got that plastic gray look, and for it to be Maximum, we should have gotten a little bit more. A little bit more grace for us, but we didn't. So there you have that. And then now for the highlight accessories, the main reason why Maximum Hulk is Maximum, we've got these swoosh effects, which are cool. Definitely, we will apply them to see how cool they are. But you see, they've got some like green, we'll call it frost there at the top. They are supposed to go this way. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely the right swoosh, and this is the left swoosh. And we'll see how those work when we get down to it. And then you have this right here. And it's not a crown, no. This is a thunderclap effect, an impact effect. And we'll see how well this works when we get right to that. Now, taking a closer look at the figure, you can definitely see what I'm talking about. The pigment is darker than the rest of the figure. So that's right out the gate. We've got one strike going on. Now, we were told about the upper torso, the chest area being more rubbery, and it definitely is. You can see me pressing it in like that, and it's supposed to be to assist with the clasping. So I'm looking at it, and you can clasp it. You see how it's actually, you see how the back it starts to warp out, but you can get it to go back that much. But the older way, it went back further. The problem was the butterfly joints only went rear and there were none at the front. This overlay is supposed to solve the clasping problem, the coming together problem, and it looks like it has. I haven't put on the clappers yet, but you see what we got going on there already. So let's take a look. I'm going to put on the clasping hands, and we'll see what we can do that way. So let's see. First, let's get the arms in the proper position, and then I'm going to, oh yeah, it actually works. I mean, they're not totally touching. I'm sure I can get them to touch more, but yeah, the basic yeah, so we do have that. From what I gather, where a lot of people were also very concerned about this rubber overlay here wearing out, or coming apart or whatever, and I believe that that's not really going to be an issue, but of course only time will tell. As far as anything else, I'm trying to, oh yeah, here we got something new right here too, besides new head sculpts. We have toe articulation, as you can see that right there. But everything else is essentially the same. With this overlay upper torso, we do get our 360 there. It can go side to side, and the most you're gonna get going forward is that much. You can see the overlay right there because you got the butterflies. You can go back that much, and one of the main issues with this overlay too is look at the gappage there. So we do have that, and of course we still have the swivel. This is the same buck we've gotten since the 80th anniversary Hulk. Just the overlay, the toes are the differences. Everything is the same, including the whole deal with the tears in the pants. We've got the paint at the bottom of the tatters and around the tears and along the belt line, the waistline. When we get to the rear, it just ends. We have no paint back there. This will be a Maximum series. You mean they couldn't spare paint back there or on these tatters down here? Come on, Hasbro. I'm serious, That's not, that is definitely not a good look. Once again, same articulation we've always had from the 80th anniversary body, the biceps single jointed elbow there. We could have gotten updated arms. We've got pins in the legs, and they're not really that much of a biggie, but still, this is the Maximum series, and yeah, I can't even lie, I'm pretty disappointed because it is Maximum. We should have gotten newer legs, newer arms, especially at the price point. There was a lot of controversy on the price point too. If some of you recall, it was either the last week or the week before, as of the recording of this video, where the price on Amazon went from $59.99 to like $82.99. It was noted by some, and then next thing we know, the price went back down. So there is that controversy too. Back to our articulations, it's been the same. Do the splits that far out, kick like that, go back. We've got the thigh cut, double jointed knees. But once again, so you see the pin right there. So yeah, we do have that. And of course, with the feet, I already showed the toe articulation. We can point it forward, up, and of course we got the ankle pivot, and we got some peg holes down there. And yeah, I guess you guys can hear from the sound of my voice, I'm not too enthused by this. It was definitely yeah, this is it's very underwhelming, to say the least. In terms of these accessories here, I'm going to have to remove the hands. I can tell they're not going to just clamp, so I'll remove the hands to slap them on so we can see what's what. So now we can see what we look like trying to do the thunderclap. So get those arms out again. Get them as close together as possible. Get those swooshes together too. So it comes together, but they want to come back apart. And I think you're going to have to do a little bit of finagling. Maybe bend the elbow just slightly and then turn it in to try to get the clap to look, you know, where the hands are actually touching. I gotta lower it because the face is being covered up. So yeah, doesn't look bad. Can't front. And then let's see what's up with this accessory right here. Not bad, not bad. You know, for what they're trying to accomplish, it's pretty cool. Definitely pretty cool. I likes for sure. And you could use these swooshes along with the fists for punching, and they seem to have been made for that because there are indentations there for the knuckles, so you definitely can get that going on. So these effects, they definitely they do what they were intended to do. So can't be angry at that. I still think that we're, you know, kind of short on the accessories for sure, but they definitely they get the job done, and you can definitely grasp the missile for sure, and it definitely works with both grasping hands when you want to play the pull apart game. So pretty cool. Once again, you know, I'm not down on the accessories that we got. I just think that we could have gotten more, and the ones that we do have, like in the case with this missile, we could have gotten some paint on that. And of course, you know what I already spoke on about the paint on the tatters of the pants in the rear. That is, I just don't get it. Here's looking at the other head sculpt on, and we still have the same issue. It's darker than the rest of the figure. I don't understand how they got that twisted with the different color shades for the head versus the body. I just do not get it. And here's the other head sculpt, and yep, you guessed it, same deal. Darker than the rest of the body. I just don't get it. And like I said, all three of these head sculpts are taken from different artists' portrayals of the Hulk at different times, and yeah, I like I said, I'm underwhelmed, and this is like it's disappointing. It really is to be a maximum series figure is very, very disappointing. Here we have the 80th anniversary Hulk, which kicked it off. I remember when we first got this Hulk, we were so elated because we had finally gotten a new Hulk after a whole bunch of years without one. And whenever we did get a newer Hulk, it just didn't measure up to the Versus series from the Toy Biz days. That Hulk up until the 80th was the best Hulk that Marvel Legends put out. It was Toy Biz, and that was also based on a particular artist's rendition of the Hulk. That was Sal Buscema, if I recall, and it was pretty good for the time. The one thing I didn't like was it didn't have fists, which was crazy, but it was still a great Hulk at the time. And we've ever since we got this 80th anniversary Hulk, the body has been used ad nauseum for different Hulks. First appearance greens, first appearance grays, maestros, red Hulks, compound Hulks, everything. And then, you would think after that, and they want to make it a maximum series, that we'd have gotten different tooling. But what you see is what you get. And of course, we have to compare our two maximum series figures, the first two in the line. The first one on our left being Maximum Series Spider-Man. And it had its issues too, but this was definitely a better offering overall for the value than our current Maximum Series figure, the Hulk here. So what do I think about the Marvel Legends Maximum Series Hulk? Well, you guys heard me throughout. Not impressed. In fact, we're not even bordering on, we've overlapped into disappointment with this figure. I can't even front. It's got some good things going for it. And I say that because if it wasn't under the Maximum Series banner, the issues that we spoke of would still be there, but they wouldn't be glaring or magnified. What makes the issues that we spoke of even worse when you talk about them is because it's a Maximum Series figure. Under that banner, at that price point, $59.99, we expect and should get. We deserve better than what we got. The head sculpts, I have no complaints with the designs of the head sculpts. Like I said, we know they're based on artists' renditions for these portraits, but the fact that the color is off, and how glaringly so. It's one thing if it's slight, you have to really look to see that it's a different shade, but it's easily spotted, and to me that's the most egregious thing of all for me. The not having new tools, arms and legs, that's also disappointing to a lesser degree, but still good figure. But I think that by now we could have gotten arms that were double jointed for sure. The combination of the torso, the rubbery style torso, combined with the thunderclap effects, I think that's pretty good. It does the job for what its intent was, for sure. And you can get the hands to clasp. You have to get them in the proper position. and the hands will touch. The rocket, as you see, I've got here for this closing scene. I think that's a nice gimmick. The being able to tear it apart, is pretty cool. But I still think that we could have gotten and should have gotten more accessories to go with. This is Maximum Series after all. More accessories, or better tooling, change the body up, because like I said, we've had this. This is the 80th anniversary, the base body for that, and should have gotten something different. But let me know down below, what do you guys think? I know around these YouTube streets, a lot of YouTubers agree with me. I agree with them, and it's not a horrible figure. It's just not a good figure for the Maximum Series line. That's my final verdict on a Maximum Series Hulk. So let me know down in the comment section below, what do you guys think? Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll know the next time I upload a video. And yeah, can't say too much more. I think the rumor is that the next Maximum Series is going to be the Human Torch. I think I heard that somewhere. Whatever it'll be, I'll be there for it. Hopefully you guys will be here with me as we check that out too. Until that time, take care. Peace.